So remember our old friend Architectures, which we use in Enscape? They've got a version of this for Revit. So we can also use this for materials. This, however, is similar to what I talked about in uh, like Enscape materials in that these are not always necessarily real world ones, but they're pretty good. They render really well. So we'll kind of take a look at how some of this will work for us for Revit. So you're going to go to architectures.org. Just Google it. You'll get yourself for architectures for Revit is what you want to Google. And then what you need is we're in our class working on architecture, Revit 2026. So you're going to download this. One thing though, you need to have Revit closed for this. So mine is now downloading. Right, so if you do it from your laptop, you can just click here and click on once it's done, click the arrow to open up or go to your downloads folder and that'll open it up too. All right, so here's my dialog box preparing to install. I'm going to say, yes, I accept these terms, install, and it's going to take a little bit. So we'll pause and kind of watch that as it goes. All right, so the first time opening up Revit, once you've downloaded Architectures, this is going to pop up. I'm going to say always load. I assume it's a good thing. I'll let you know if it's not, but generally I'd want it to open every time I open a project to have it available. So let's see what it looks like, and we'll play with it a bit in this first project again. Okay, so to find the architecture's kind of materials, we go all the way over here to add-ins. So it's basically going to be the left of Enscape. Here we have the architectures. So we're going to pull that up and we just basically click on it. So I left clicked the drop down menu and I kind of like clicked on that. It's going to take a few minutes to kind of like open up its library. So when we open it up, it's going to behave similar to when we use it in SketchUp. So I'm going to pick a category. I'm going to do flooring again. So we've got wood, but let's see if we have wood flooring here. I think we just have to go to wood itself. So some of these are wood for furniture, but see if they have lines here. That's wood flooring. All right, so let's try this Douglas fir staggered. I'm going to say import and then kind of remember the name of this guy. So basically what it's doing is it's taking their library of samples and pulling it into your kind of one that's under manage and that like circle icon. So once it looks like it's done here, we're going to close this up. And now I'm going to paint what had been my chevron flooring. So all right, so to get the architecture material in here now, so I've imported it. So now I go to modify and I go to my little paint command over here. And the flooring I'm thinking of using is this Douglas fir one. So I'm going to type in the word Douglas and then hit enter. It's going to take a few minutes to come up. Let's see, did I spell it right? Douglas. Oh, I didn't enter it. Fucking hell. All right, so let's go back again. All right, so we're going to go to add-ins. We're going to go to architecture, architectures, and in the fucking wood. Da, 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 da. Category, wood. Let's see, there's Douglas fir, import. Okay, now it's in there. Jesus Christ. I control Z too much. Losing my mind. Okay. All right, so we're going to go to modify. We're going to pick the paintbrush. You're going to type in the word Douglas, Douglas. Oops, hold on. Get to there. Douglas. Done. All right. Now, the one thing I noticed with this is it's showing this default material. It's a circle. So if I'd searched up here for wood, wouldn't necessarily have understood that this was wood. So that's why you kind of need to remember the name of it for the architecture material. So I'm going to click done. There it is. Okay, so I kind of have to hover right on the floor, but let's see that in Revit, yep, in Enscape. And it hasn't quite jumped over yet. So let's go back over to here, Control S, kind of force it over. We might want to go over to the views. I don't want to close this all down and open it up. Sometimes we do that, but sometimes it's easier to just jog it from one view to the other. All right, so here is our version of it in Enscape, and the Douglas fir flooring is coming through really nicely. So again, like my earlier video when we talked about the materials in Enscape, the architecture ones, so if you go back here to add in architecture, again, are good starting points for things like wood flooring, metals, things like that. All right, so a lot of the categories in here, you're going to find things like wood, brick, stone, metal. Metal in particular is another good one to like get from either architectures or the Enscape library just to have it render really nicely with lighting. There is a lot of fabric in here. It's kind of all over the map what you get. So there might be some fabric here that works really well with your color palette, but chances are you're probably going to have a better bet finding a solid that works well for you from Herman Miller. And then if there's a pattern that you really love that you find from a real fabric company, then we're going to help you make it into a seamless texture. So again, there might be some situations where you're going to make something that's really kind of pop and has a lot of graphic design in it. If they don't have this here, which again there's a good chance they're not because it's real random what's in here, we'll help you make that and try to get that to be as seamless as possible. All right, so again, these are some of the options. So I have other videos where we go over the Enscape library, where we also talk about making your own library through all the materials here. And this is one of the more challenging parts of working with Revit and getting everything to render nicely. So like I said, if you are one of my real world students, both sophomores and upper class students, juniors and seniors, always happy to help you troubleshoot because all of your instructors know that this can be a headache. This is all stuff that we kind of battle with in the real world, and it's a big learning curve to figure this out. So as sophomores, again, very happy to help you all and get this sorted out so you have beautiful renderings for your final project.